Hello everyone and happy Wednesday. I hope that you're having a wonderful week. And if it is not so great, I hope you can make it a great one through the rest of the week and into the weekend. I want to talk to you today about, again, Lipsense. I know I had given a first look before, but now that I have been using it a little bit more consistently, I wanted to readdress it and go over a more detailed pros and cons list. As for the cons, we'll start with the application. It is a bit tedious to apply the 3 layers because you have to 1, wait for the dry time in between each layer, and then 2, because the different colors are different formulas, the consistency going on is not the same each time. So there are chances that if you don't wipe the color off of the wand properly, or you get a little smidge on some section too strongly on one and then not the other, it's difficult to even out. So I would definitely say that the first con is the application. Second con, I would say, is the taste and smell of the Lipsense. It is not the best tasting thing out there. It's rather chemically, if you ask me, so it's not fantastic. It's not terrible, but it's just a little different. It's not something that you'd be familiar with. An additional con, I would say, is probably the wear of the water line for me. I'm not sure if that's because I'm not completely letting my water line dry or the way my lips are, but I have noticed that after about 6 hours of wear time, you can definitely see where the color has faded from the water line. Now, I have tried applying it to the waterline area, but again, I don't know if maybe I just didn't have it dry enough so it didn't adhere, but it's not staying as strongly in that area. So it's a bit of a con for me. It's not terrible, but for the really pigmented colors, it's noticeable. So it's not as long lasting as the rest of the lips are. I would say an additional con would probably be the removal. It's not consistent. So depending on, again, the formula of the color, there are times that I've been able to just take my fingers at the end of the day and just kind of roll them across my lips to remove the color as I'm washing my face. And then there are times that I have to actually apply the Oops Remover, rub it together a little bit, wipe it off, do that again, and then there have been a couple of times that I actually had to, I could have used a scrub, but I had these little alcohol swabs on hand, so I used that, and I would not recommend that regularly because it burns a bit, but that took it right off. So the removal can be a little bit tedious as well as the application, but it is long wearing, so I mean, I get why that is. Now, as far as the pros, I would say obviously the first and foremost, the long wearing capabilities of this product. It does stay on for as long as you want it to stay on. It doesn't come off until you remove it. So it is very long wearing. And a second pro that piggybacks that is the life-proof element of it. So the transfer, there isn't any. I could rub my lips on a white sheet of paper and nothing would come off. So the ability for me to be able to go and do and live life without worrying about the lip color transfer but still be able to feel pretty is awesome. That's a great pro. Another pro would be the color variety. So they have 36 colors, but it doesn't just stop there. You can mix them. You become your own little creator, so to speak. So you can create all sorts of fun little colors. My daughter and I just recently, I was going to a little girls' night get together, and so we were playing with different colors and came up with this really cute one, which is what I'm wearing right now. I actually made it a little bit more red for this video than the other evening because I was wearing more of a tan brown outfit, but that's very girly stuff. That's awesome. I think that's a great pro, is that you can kind of mix and match and make it personal for whatever it is that you want to use it for, which is kind of the point of doing your makeup. It's to make it you. So another pro would be the UV protection. So you don't have to put chapstick, SPF chapstick on this because of the pigmentation actually adhering, bonding to the top of your skin. It's creating a solid layer so that the UV rays don't get into it and you are protected, which is fantastic. Again, because I am running all over the place and frequently am running outside to either take care of an animal or do a quick piece of yard work. So being able to have that and not worry about it is just great for me. And I'm excited to be able to use it this summer whenever we go to the beach or if we go out hiking or spending any time outside, to be able to know that I can still look nice and not worry about the sun damaging my little lips. A couple of things I want to mention that are kind of in between the pros and cons. I can't really say that they're a pro, but I can't really say that they're a con. It would just depend on your personal preference. Is one, the exfoliation process that is discussed. So there is a flaking or exfoliation that goes on after you apply the Lipsense, but it's not very dramatic for me. I don't know if that is because I am in North Carolina where the climate, the temperament is more humid, it's not arid, so it's not a big issue. I haven't had a real big issue with it. It was very minimal, and then afterwards my lips were silky smooth. So it's kind of, I mean, it makes your lips go through an exfoliation, sloughing off dead skin, but at the same time, then you're left with these really fantastically smooth lips. Another caveat to that is that if you skip a few days of not wearing the Lipsense, I feel like your lips mildly go through that all over again. So whenever I've consistently worn it every day, it doesn't have that. But whenever I've waited a couple of days and then put the Lipsense on again, it's like a very mild version of that again. Not flaking off like it did the first time, but a version of it. I think that was after I hadn't put it on for like 4 days, I think 4 or 5 days. So it's probably about the amount of time that it would need for a cellular turnover anyway. I don't know, but sounds about right. Okay, and then the other thing I wanted to mention is, I don't know if you want to consider this a pro or a con, is that there is a quick apply option. Now I know that SeneGence, the makers of Lipsense, would not endorse me saying to only do a quick apply, but it is an option, and it's something that I've used a few times whenever I know I'm just running out of the house to go to the post office or to pick up my daughter from school, or something like that, where I'm not putting on like a full face of makeup, but I still want to feel girly or still have that little extra pop of color. I will just do a quick, like 2 coats on instead of the 3. For some reason, I feel like it's faster. I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting better at it. But that seems to work really nicely, and I don't need it to last as long. So that 1 or 2 swipes does work. It is effective. But I've only tried that with some of like my favorite one, the pink champagne, pretty much is the one I've tried that with. Or a couple of the other really neutral colors that you wouldn't have to worry about that even application. Now, all of that being said, I am such a fan of this product that I have become a distributor. Like, I do love this product. I'm gonna be posting some more videos sprinkled throughout on this playlist, or I'll create a new one that gives some more information about different looks I'm gonna be trying, different products of the SeneGence line that I'm gonna be trying. Now, caveat to that, if I don't like the product or I don't think it's effective, I will not endorse it for you guys. I hope that you will recognize that I'm trying not to be biased here. I'm trying to give you a very blunt, very forward opinion on Lipsense as a whole, regardless of whether I were to profit off of it or not. Yes, I personally love the product enough that I want to sell it because I think it's fantastic, and I think that it helps other women like myself to feel that extra element of pretty whenever otherwise we maybe couldn't, because we've got kiddos or we're a little bit more accident prone, that we'd be wiping our mouths too much, or just those whatever the reason may be, it makes me feel better about myself and the day. So I just want to share that love with other ladies. And that's why I'm doing it. So if you want information on Lipsense or any of the other SeneGence products, then please feel free to leave a comment below or send me a message, and I'd be happy to chat with you. Give this video a thumbs up, and we'll be talking more soon. Thanks so much. We're talking about the pros and cons of Lipsense.
What about them?
Like, the pros, they're really pretty and they stay on for a really long time. And then they have like this matte gloss you can put on, and then it's matte. I like matte.
What's the cons?
It takes so long to put on. And it kind of like stings a little when you put it on the first couple of times, and it smells kind of weird.
Anything else you'd like to say?
You can mix the colors and that makes it really pretty. We mixed together like this brown color and like this other color, and it made it really pretty, like pinkish color. And you should buy it. Well, okay, you should buy it from my mom.
Ah, good girl.
That's Shauna Rankin with Dogwood Darling. And go check out my cooking channel.